Try not to set too much dust loose yet. Okay. Before I go back, this is an impressive amount of mouse houses. Yeah. Mouse poop just raining down everywhere. Let me get in, see if I can't cut this. Well, not really, it's ready to fall out. I don't know what's going on with this camera, but it's supposed to be tracking me, not going out in left field somewhere. Yeah, I got the fancy little original dome light. Packard built these cars to last. They didn't mess around. Ah. Okay. Now comes the fun part. Sorry about that. I about knocked you off the camera. There's about 5 pounds full of mouth of poop. Now let's get rid of the rat nest. Let me crawl out of here. I don't need my mask out here in the fresh air because I'm not stirring anything up. I got a big mess to clean up. And then I get to turn on the water and start scrubbing. Okay, mouse nest number 1. unfortunately, I'm going to have to trash can this nest. Big waltz nest. Shred my gloves to pieces. Let's try it again. This door is going to get cut, so I'm not worried about being super nice. I just don't want to smell this stuff. Okay. I guess we just pump the hose across the car. Got a kink in it. There. Okay. Next up, soap and a wash. Let it dry. I'll spray it with alcohol. At least I don't have that inhale issue going on now. The back doors are not coming off because remember, I'm taking the doors out the back. They're going to be used for patch panels and a couple improvements. Some of these like sharp edges in the doors. I'll get my regular gloves on and start cleaning here in a second. Off camera, you don't need to watch that. So what we're going to do next is clean all this up. Wash all this, let it dry. Then I'll spray it down with alcohol. It'll dry quick and kind of sanitize it. Set that box and a couple things I'm working with right back here. Right here, I'm going to save this space for the seats for Brittany. So I can just pop the door open and Mommy can match fabrics and I can do what I have to do to them to get them ready to go and just leave them here because this isn't going to get cut off for a while. Just use it for a shed on wheels or partially on wheels. Due to their insulating factor for noise, I'm going to have to use a zip cutter on the roof line, and I can mark this off and shoot the plasma across the back part. That's going to take a whole bunch of configuring and measuring. So it's going to have some room in it. Coming up, I have to go and pick up points this week. And then I got to go to the junkyard and pick up the seats. And that's an all-day trip. Time I get down there and back, it pretty much shoots my day. And then I got to order samples according to the seats I bring back that she likes to put in Brittany. So she's matching all that stuff. In the meantime, I got to get the fabric, the cards down and get the fabric off of them. Get them laid out, leveled out, flattened out, and ready to trace out and make new ones. Because by the end of the following week, in 2 weeks, she wants all those done. And in the house, under the bed, in the spare bedroom. So we just take them from there and out to the garage and put them in this winter. We're not trying to work or glue or do anything in the house. We're in the basement. And we just start assembling it. Put the carpet in. Install the shifter, install the door panels, install the console, install the dash. Everything plumbed and ready to go. Then I have to go back under the car and do exhaust and shifter. And bleed the brakes. Brittany is ready. She's drivable. And then we will figure out the top. I will probably figure out the top on Brittany. I'm thinking about sanding the edges down and getting the base molding glued in and seated in so it seals to the body. Same thing against the windshield. Get that top on tight and then have the molding for the window. And then we will have to deal with making a window on the car carefully. We'll cover everything up with blankets. And then when we get done with that, I'll tape everything off, plastic envelope the whole car, and shoot the top. And then Brittany is done. It's just the dress out. The fog lights, any little things that we overlook during like the rearview mirror, stuff we can't put in while that part of the build's going on. Cannot believe I sucked out mouse turds and they're still laying everywhere. Oh well, people, I'm going to get started washing with the power washer and get all this washed out so we can start drying and get the yard cleaned up. And then I have to scrub and work on the windshield, which will probably come back and show you that. The Brittany part of this build. Had the radiator and everything. And I don't know what else to say other than the fact that we're getting there. Monday I have to go down and pick up points for this. I got a starter solenoid and a 6-volt matching coil coming. I got to do some work on the battery cables and all that because it's not really doing a good job of starting all of a sudden. And the starter's been rebuilt. And then I got to find out why I'm not getting spark to the plugs. Every once in a while I get a spark and the engine coughs a little like it was. If it adds some fuel and spin it, let me run, but it don't do it. People, like, subscribe, and hang in there. Let me clean up this mess and we'll come back for part 2.